Who even knew Syria had rolling green hills, the ancient city of Palmyra.
So we are a few kilometers away of Palmyra.
Just behind me is a destroyed, blown out vehicle, and you have to actually be quite careful where you walk.
Is this Greece?
This is incredibly impressive, and this was meant to be just for VIPs.
I was actually scared. I was really scared.
Majnoon! I'm sorry. Cheers! Good morning from the quaint little village of Mishtaya here in Syria. Who even knew Syria had rolling green hills and Transylvania-like landscapes? But today we are actually leaving the village and heading to what is probably the most famous attraction in the whole country, the ancient city of Palmyra. We have about a 4-hour drive, so hopefully Rami gets us there in one piece. But before we go, I need to show you the sort of accommodation that you will find in a tiny Syrian mountain village. You would not expect to find hotels like this. Welcome to the Transylvania of Syria.
Good morning. I would not have expected this at all when I woke up. Look at our views of the mountains with the castle. What is that going on? There's noises in this little village.
No, thank you, mate. I'm okay. No, thank you.
There are some noises going on, but we obviously have a humongous balcony, which, like I said, I really wasn't expecting this. We do have a great view. Let me show you the room.
So all accommodations will come included on whatever tour you do.
That is
in
correct.
Syria, and I didn't think we'd get this.
It's
I was expecting like an old, I don't even know.
I was expecting a village hotel, you know, sort of like a similar to like an American motel, you know, small, easy, but this is actually very comfortable. We have a huge bed, lots of storage, a TV. We have a little chair area, a bathroom with a bath, and of course we have the balcony. I mean, I'm having to come out here again because
the views of the castle.
Look at this. Looking out over the hills, it's absolutely stunning. But as Matt has told you, we are going to be heading to Palmyra, which was unfortunately destroyed by ice in 2015.
The road to Palmyra. We just met one of the army generals, and he's given us a chocolate, as you have to get special permission to go to Palmyra, as it is in sort of a strategic location and there are quite a few checkpoints, so we're actually very privileged to have got a chocolate and the special permission. He was a very nice guy, actually. He complimented my abaya.
So we are a few kilometers away of Palmyra, and as you can see, it's in the middle of the semi-desert. That's why we call it Tadmor, and Tadmor means in Aramaic the miracle.
After 4 hours and numerous checkpoints, we have made it to the outskirts of Palmyra, and the road signs that show Palmyra, Iraq, Damascus. This area was actually taken twice by ISIS, and there are signs of it all along the road. Just behind me is a destroyed, blown out vehicle, and you have to actually be quite careful where you walk because there still are some IEDs that haven't been tested. But we're going to jump back in the car and drive the last 2 or 3 kilometers to the ancient city.
So welcome to Museum of Palmyra. Unfortunately it's destroyed, you will see. Here behind me we have Khaled Al-Assad, the most famous archaeologist from Palmyra. Unfortunately also he died here. He refused to leave Palmyra. He wanted to die in his city. When ISIS asked him to kneel before beheaded him, he said, "Palm of Palmyra, die while he's standing."
It's awful. This was known as the best museum, the biggest, the best, the most impressive museum in all of Syria, and you can see not much remains. ISIS actually filmed a video destroying this place. There were so many statues, so many mosaics, and as you come through here, this would have been a statue of what the ancient city looked like, but they even felt the need to destroy this.
Is this Greece. I bet you didn't even know that this existed. Welcome to the ancient city of Palmyra, over 2,000 years old, and there's actually a huge Roman influence here, but these are primarily Palmyrian ruins, but this is absolutely spectacular.
Just absolutely senseless, the fact that ISIS would feel the need to destroy a place like this when they took it in 2015, and they actually filmed destroying here as well, especially in the centre where there would have been like a statue for the god, and the entrance to the temple at the front. They believe around 30% of the ancient city was actually destroyed, and before the crisis thousands and thousands of tourists would come here each day. They had a hotel that overlooked the ancient city, which hopefully one day can be reopened. It's just, you just got to ask yourself why. You can see just how much they decided or felt the need to destroy. But Rami, you obviously know people that have been here,
of course,
before the crisis and know the true beauty of this place. So what was it like?
So before the crisis, the tourists used to come to here and enjoy Palmyra a day, 2 days. There were a lot of hotels here to host the people. Not anymore, unfortunately. I know people who had been here, and actually they cried because they knew Palmyra before the war, and now they see all the destroyed places that at some point they were really lovely.
Look at this place, it is just so impressive. Well, I think, are we going up the top of the entrance?
Yes.
Okay, we're going up the temple.
Supposedly to have the best view before it rains.
So we are heading up one of the defence towers that has quite a little drop down. I don't know if this was one of the features of the tower, but the views should, wow, be worth it above the ancient city of Palmyra. Just look at that. This is pretty incredible. I don't know if we should be up here, but the views are so worth it. Wow.
This is insane. Like, we wouldn't have known that this existed, that you could come up to the top and really see a 360-degree view of this ancient city.
We've also got the oasis, and even more, it was so vast.
It was so vast, there was so much of it, and it still looks so magical. This is actually the Victory Arch, which they actually destroyed. Behind me you will see Column Street. The fact that most of it is still standing is pretty impressive. The detailing in the columns is amazing, and in the arches as well.
If you are coming to Syria, please make sure to visit the ancient city of Palmyra. I know it's a little bit more difficult to get access to come here, being that you are quite close to some strongholds or pockets, and there are some soldiers, some forces from different places around the world, but look at it, it's so worth it. You're getting something that you would find in Rome, in ancient Greece, completely to yourself.
So Palmyra was such an important commercial caravan city on the Silk Road, and it was between two fighting empires.
Plus, Palmyra was very important station on Silk Road. So everybody, when they wanna come from east to west or the opposite, they should stop here.
Welcome to the theatre. This theatre was actually for the VIPs, the elite, hence why it is a little bit smaller, and you can actually see that this is what it looked like the second time it unfortunately was destroyed, but there is so much of it that is still in such amazing condition.
This is incredibly impressive, and this was meant to be just for VIPs. Actually, the first time that Palmyra was liberated in 2015, the year after, they had a performance here, and a Russian band performed in the main stage behind me. Unfortunately, in 2017, when ISIS took it again, they destroyed this stage to say, look, you cannot celebrate. They never won because this place is just so beautiful still.
We're now going to check out the underground cemetery, which unfortunately was destroyed completely. And
it was their headquarters.
It was their headquarters. You could actually see the sandbags here to protect themselves.
It's crazy to think that these sandbags were used to protect ISIS, and this was their headquarters for the whole of Palmyra. For somewhere that should be so peaceful, a cemetery, it's a little bit eerie. Around the cemetery you can still find some messages that were left behind by ISIS.
They destroyed pretty much everything in here. However, in one of the back rooms you can still see some of the amazing frescoes that are still here. This place would have been incredible and so colourful.
We're actually now stuck in the ISIS headquarters as a Majnoon is hiding.
Oh my god, I was actually scared. I was really scared.
Majnoon!
I'm sorry.
You alive?
I was so scared.
You were going to be an ISIS bride. Cheers! Back in Damascus for 2 final nights after the most fascinating, interesting day in Palmyra. It really was a privilege to be able to visit it, but tonight we are enjoying, of course, our afamea and amafia and some nargile in, of course, a traditional Damascus restaurant with a traditional Damascus swimming pool. The nargile has arrived for me and Rami, as we are the real Syrian men, and we literally just watch them make the bread. Right behind us we have some hummus, we have some baba ganoush, we have some mashuta. Oh, mahamara. I probably won't understand half of the things that we are saying because these are personal jokes. Code. Yeah, this is code between me and Rami. But
what flavour did you get?
Polo.
Lemon and nana.
It's basically saying my breath stinks. This right here, mahamara, is exceptional.
And I have baba ganoush and the like mini cheese burek things. These are like an absolute staple. They're so good.
These are still the best. Kibbeh. You cannot beat a kibbeh.
Good morning. We ate so well last night. There's so many beautiful restaurants right here in the old town of Damascus. As we said, we're back in Damascus for our last full day of this trip and back staying at Beit al-Mamluka. I really need to show you this room. This is different to the other one.
The most over-the-top room
I
have ever seen. Look at this to begin with. We have our own Damascus fountain, or if you want, bath for Molly when she gets a bit smelly.
These are the centerpieces, and we can switch it on and switch it off. Apparently this was used to hide his secrets, because you could turn this on and talk and no one could hear what you're saying. What?
You smell.
And our room is actually magnificent. We have 12th century frescoes.
Look at these. So all of the ceiling is covered. It's like we're staying in the church.
The detailing and the design of all of the rooms at the hotel are absolutely amazing.
Not what you expect in Syria.
Totally not what you expect. So we have our little seating area. I'm obsessed with these frescoes actually because there's just so much story, so many different stories going on. Obviously we have our fountain, and then you step up to our quarters, I should say, and we have our huge bedroom, and in the bathroom actually I do just want to show you something because I think this is so unique. These tiles are all hand painted, and you can tell because this one is unfinished, and that's how you know it is unique and hand painted.
I think whatever your preconceptions of Syria are going to be, whether that is the food, the people, the safety situation, the sights of the country. You get the complete opposite, the most hospitable people, the most resilient people, the most beautiful sights, amazing food, and just incredible hotels like that. I did not think you would get these amazing 5-star boutique hotels in Damascus, but as it is our last day, we are heading south for the first time to check out the ancient city of Busra. From Palmyra to Busra, they have more than one.
Good morning.
And welcome to ancient Busra, the windiest place in the world.
So you are about to see the most intact Roman amphitheater in the world.
Wow, this is our first look at the amazing theatre. This is so well preserved, so well intact. It actually fits 15,000 people.
The largest in the world, and I feel like after seeing Palmyra and the destruction, seeing this is just incredible.
This is absolutely amazing.
This is Syria, a 2,000-year-old amphitheatre protected by a 12th century castle. It's a shame about the wind, but you can hear the acoustics behind me in this 15,000 capacity amphitheatre. Welcome to Syria. Welcome to the stage, Rami, Mary, and the Syrian locals.
Okay.
Wow!
That was amazing!
You were so good! Shukran, shukran, shukran! Wow! The next famous singers
Well done.
of Syria. Are they from this area?
Yeah.
They're from Busra? Busra is good? Yes. Shukran, thank you so much. It was beautiful. Jamil! Your voice is Jamil.
The story of how this amphitheatre was found is actually so unique. So of course it was covered by sand and earth and surrounded by the citadel, but locals were actually digging to build some houses when they stumbled across one of the columns, and that is how they found this jewel.
Welcome to Syria.
Cheers.
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 Saha. Cheersing to our last night in Syria. Thank you guys so much.
You're most welcome.
The best, and you've made this
It was
7
very
days.
enjoyable time with you. Actually.
Incredible, honestly.
One of the best tours.
Thank you. You're a little bit Majnoon,
Genuinely.
but we have loved it.
Yes,
And
that's
we'll be
the most
coming back.
beautiful thing.
Slightly
You are
Majnoon.
Cheers.
It wouldn't be our last night in Syria without our beloved Damascus water fountains.
That brings our 8-day trip through Syria to an end. I think it was poignant seeing Busra on our second to last day after seeing the damage at Palmyra. It showed the good and the beauty of this country in Busra, and we've seen everything from Homs to Hama to Aleppo and everything in between. Famous citadels, castles on top of churches, and little quaint Christian villages. Everything that you come predetermined in your mind and what you think of, it's the complete opposite. The nicest of people, the most resilient people, the best food, and the most Majnoon guides and friends we could ever meet. Without you guys, this would have been nothing, honestly.
Thank you so much for an amazing 8 days. Honestly, I don't think we could have asked for better people to show us the country, and I think you really showed the spirit of Syria and why people should.
You are the best advertisement for your country.
Thank you so much, Molly and Matt, for beautiful and enjoyable company. Actually, this is maybe one of the most beautiful.
Yeah.
Liar!
No, I am not.
I will give you the $100 afterwards.
You didn't give me that. because I mean, this is the first couple. They come and we tour guide. So we enjoyed the time with you. We enjoyed Syria from your perspective. Because
you.
you also introduced us to something new. We visited 2 new things.
Yeah, that's right.
So really thank you so much.
Thank you. This isn't goodbye.
It's
We'll
a see you
again.
later.
Of course,
Yeah,
see you later.
See you later.
Yeah, for sure.